Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so it seems like these videos are close together, but they're really not. So I'm doing another book haul for you guys. Here's my glorious package that came yesterday. So I was gonna do a book recommendation video, but some of the books that were in my last book haul, I was going to recommend those books. So to keep from showing y'all the same books that close together, I was like, I can just show y'all some new ones. And I need some new ones to read. And also, if it seems like I read the books fast, I mean, like I did, but at the same time, some of the books in that book haul I'd already read by the time I recorded it. And time difference. So it was time for me to get some new books. So that's exactly what I did. I ordered some more books. I ordered them from Amazon. And a lot of them, it was like a price. I'm going to open as I talk to you. But it was a price difference. Like one of the books I definitely got for like 50% off. Or at least close to 50. And the prices were just different than if I would have went to Barnes & Nobles. Not that I don't like going to Barnes & Nobles, but usually you can get them for like a better price off Amazon. And another thing, some of these books I got were not like on my original list, because usually when I go and buy books from Amazon, I'll have like a list of the books that I would like to get for the next time around. But then I saw some of the sales on some of the books and I was like, well, I can't pass up the deal, because a lot of the times I don't know how long the book will be on sale at this discounted price on Amazon. So I'm like, I might as well just get it while I can. Oh my god, this book is thicker than I thought it would be. So there is, I would say, a certain order I'd like to show these books. They're so beautiful. The first one I'm gonna show just came out April 5th. Yeah. So this is Omens Bite by PC Cast and Kristin Cast. This is the sequel to Spell's Trouble. It's been on my channel before, but just look how pretty she is. So obviously this was, well, it was close to original price. It was like $1 difference. Because most of the times when the books do come out, it is still like the original price. So it wasn't that much of a difference. It was like $1. Still saved me $1. But yeah, I was waiting for this one to come out. So this was definitely a book I was getting for the month of April. Also, a fair warning. This is the sequel and conclusion to Spell's Trouble. So if you have not read that one, you are probably not going to want to listen to me talk about this one, because it will spoil it for you. So just, again, a spoiler alert. And we can move forward. Something This Way Comes. Twin sisters Mercy and Hunter are witches, direct descendants of the good family, the founders of their town. After the murder of their mother at the hands of a foul demon, they have become the predators of the gates to different underworlds, ancient portals between their worlds and the realms where mythology rules and the darkest of creatures exist. Grief has taken a toll on the twins. Rather than bringing them together, their sadness has torn them apart, driving Mercy to attempt to save the crumbling gates without her twin, and Hunter in the arms of a dangerous goddess. While Mercy looks for aid from Kinte, I think that's how you say it, guardian of the Egyptian underworld, Hunter begins to realize the goddess she allied with is more of a monster than a deity. She needs her sister's help, but Mercy is beyond her reach on an adventure that could cost them everything, including their world. And then at the back of this book, it has kind of like an excerpt from the book, so I'm going to read that for y'all as well. Mercy stiffened. The flame of her candle flickered in the wake of her measured exhale. Why don't you leave right now? You're clearly not interested in participating. Hunter reached into her pocket and clutched the moonstone owl. She'd kept it hidden too, along with her happy memories. You're right. Mercy opened her mouth to speak, but Hunter filled the space before her sister had the chance. I'm not interested in putting on a show. Another glob of wax slopped over the side of the candle and coated her fingers as she blew out the flame and set the pillar next to the picnic basket. Goodbye, Xena. Hunter turned and sprinted back to the house. Everything that was important to her had ended up in the suitcase she'd packed days ago. Hunter knew then that she had to get away from her sister into a space where she was allowed to be herself, think for herself. She'd only stuck around because she held a sliver of hope that Mercy would apologize and fix what she had broken. Okay, so just to get to where we are, like the rocky part. So as you heard, their mother dies, which kind of makes them have to step up to the plate of their roles very quickly, which they had just done on the night of like their birthday. I forgot how old, if it was like 16 or 18, one of the two. And they have to do like the ritual, and they fully step into their place and kind of claim their role. And their mother dies, and then essentially they have to save the world, which they had a difference of opinion on how to do so, which causes the rift, and something happens. I don't want to say too much, but something happens, and it doesn't really go as planned or as the two twins would have liked it to go. So that's kind of where it left off. The sisters in this rocky situation, and it just seems like it got worse. And Xena, who is introduced in the first one, is their cat. So when she was saying bye, Xena, I am assuming, she ends up like taking human form. So I don't know if she was a human in this particular situation or back in cat form yet, but that's who that is. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. And I kind of figured things would be bad between the two because of how it ended in the first one, and they're honestly like polar opposites, to be completely honest. And I feel like that's a thing with a lot of books where there's twins, they're like completely polar opposites or whatever, but they really are. They're not on the same wavelength, only on occasional times. So it'll be interesting to see. And like Hunter says, she's waiting for an apology, but I feel like they're both to blame for what happened. So, but I don't know. I'm an only child, so I don't have these problems. But yeah, I'm excited. Also, just look how pretty this is. I love it. The color scheme is so cute. But yeah, I'm thoroughly excited to read this, see how this ends. I'm ready for closure and answers, and hopefully they can work it out, because they're literally the only family each other has left. So I would hope they can work it out. We're gonna see though. And the price is like $18.99. That's the original price. I think I got it for like $17.99. So not that much of a difference. But again, I'll put the pricing on the screen like I usually do. And the next one I want to go with is, she's thick. I haven't read a thick one in a little minute. Exciting. Look how pretty. Firekeeper's Daughter. Now, I will say that this has been all over my TikTok, Instagram. It's been all over, and typically I don't give into temptation of books, because sometimes books can be overhyped, and I've read some of the overhyped books from TikTok. I'm not gonna name them, but I've read some that I could have gone without. So every time I do see some hyped up books, I'm kind of iffy on if I want to read them or not, for the simple fact that it could just not be it. And if you know me, I say this, I'll give anything a chance. If it sounds interesting, I'll give it a chance. So here we have it. This beautiful cover for one, and then it was interesting, and then two, it was on sale on Amazon, which I love. I love a good sale. It was like $10. And if you know me, I prefer hardcover books, which, as you can see, this hardcover is like $10, which is not the typical price for a hardcover book. So then I was like, well, I might as well. It's this price. It was cheaper than the paperback. Anytime a hardcover book is cheaper than the paperback, there's like a high percentage that I'm going to buy the book. Even if it like didn't cross my mind, it wasn't on my list, I'll buy it. Just because we like to save money over here. And if you know me, you know I love a good sale. So I'm gonna stop doing all this and that and talk about the book for y'all. And I do believe this is like a standalone book. Okay. 18-year-old Donis Fontaine has never quite fit in, both in her hometown and her nearby Ojibwe, I think that's how you say it, I'm sorry if it's not, reservation. She dreams of a fresh start at college, but when family tragedy strikes, Denise puts her future on hold to look after her fragile mother. The only bright spot is meeting Jamie, the charming new recruit on her brother Levi's hockey team. Yet even as Donis falls for Jamie, she senses the dashing hockey star is hiding something. Everything comes to light when Donis witnesses a shocking murder, thrusting her into an FBI investigation of a lethal new drug. Reluctantly, Donis agrees to go undercover, drawing on her knowledge of chemistry and Ojibwe traditional medicine to track down the source. But the search for the truth is more complicated than Donis imagined, exposing secrets and old scars. At the same time, she grows concerned with an investigation that seems more focused on punishing the offenders than protecting the victims. Now, as the deceptions and deaths keep growing, Donis must learn what it means to be a strong Anishibanawi. I am literally so sorry, I'm not even gonna continue, but I don't know how to pronounce that. But it's an Ojibwe woman, and how far she'll go for her community, even if it tears apart the only world she's ever known. Firekeeper's Daughter is an electrifying thriller layered with rich exploration of the modern Native experience, a reckoning of current and historical injustices, and a powerful celebration of community. Yes, we love it. And then there is something on the back as well in this little yellow bubble that I'll read to y'all. Prayers begin with offering Sima and sharing my spirit name, clan, and where I'm from. I always add an extra name to make sure Creator knows who I am, a name that connects me to my father because I began as a secret and then as a scandal. Okay, so maybe it sounds like born out of wedlock or born from an affair. I don't know. That'll be interesting. We'll see. I'm sorry if y'all hear that. I'm moving the box around that my books came in. But it sounds interesting. I'm excited. But I really didn't know what the book was about, like seeing it online, like TikTok and all the time. I just saw the cover of the book and I was like, it looks like a really nice cover. And you know that saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes I do that. I'm like, it's a pretty cover. I expect so much from the book with a pretty cover. And sometimes books with not pretty covers, I'm like, but you never know. So, I don't know. I do have high hopes for this because, like I said, it's been recommended. It pops up all the time. So, I see that as a sign. And then again, I see lots of things as signs that probably aren't. But I'm excited to see where this goes. Also, it's like fairly thick, so it gives me some time to read. I do like thicker books because they last like a little bit longer than the smaller books that I can read pretty fast. So this will be exciting, and I hope it's it. Oh, and then I forgot to read the front. In between Firekeeper's Daughter, it says, keep the secret, live the lie, earn your truth. So this will be very interesting. I'm highly banking on like an affair or born out of wedlock or something. If she has to use some name to connect to her father and it started as a secret and became this big old scandal thing. Those are typically what create the scandals and the secrets. So, we'll see. I wonder if she's like judged in the community for that, like something she didn't have control over. We'll see where this goes. The Firekeeper's Daughter. I also forgot to mention that I bought 3 hardcovers and then 2 paperbacks. This is my last hardcover, The Midnight Library. This was the one that was like 50% off. I got this for like $13 something. Again, a very nice price for a hardcover book. This also looks pretty small, which is like not a bad thing, but yeah, it doesn't even have 300 pages. It's like 288. So it's really small, so a quick read, but nonetheless, I'm excited. So this one like just recently started popping up all over my like TikTok and stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll give it a try, see like what it's about. Also, had never heard of this author before either. So I was like, but then again, I saw the price and I was like, beautiful, beautiful. And this, it's been on my list. Are you okay? Okay. I forgot where I was, but it's been on my list. It hasn't been on my list like super long for the simple fact that I just said how sorry, there's like dust on it, how it just recently started coming up everywhere for me, and I decided to give it a chance. But again, as I saw the price, I was like, okay, it just got bumped up for the let's buy this because of the price. And I don't think I've ever said this before, but when I buy books on Amazon, I do like to spend like a certain amount of money on there. Like, I'm not trying to break my literal pockets constantly. And there are there's like 2 books that eventually I will buy them to read. They're part of a series that I want, but one of the books is like $20 and the other one might as well be $20 too. That's $40 something on 2 books. I have to mentally prepare myself to spend that much money on 2 books that'll be finished in, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks. So anyway, let's dive in. We're gonna talk about this one now. A dazzling novel about all the choices that go into a life well lived. Between life and death, there is a library. Up until now, Nora Seed's life has been full of misery and regret. She feels she has let everyone down, including herself, but things are about to change. When she finds herself in the Midnight Library, she has a chance to make things right. The books in the Midnight Library enable Nora to live as if she had done things differently. Each one contains a different life, a possible world in which she made a different choice that played out in an infinite number of ways, affecting everyone she knew as well as many people she never met. With the help of an old friend, she can now undo every decision she regrets as she tries to work out her perfect life. But things aren't always what she imagined they'd be, and soon her choices place the library and herself in extreme danger. Before time runs out, she must answer the ultimate question: what is the best way to live? Intriguing. Honestly though, I just know this is gonna backfire because now she's gonna go to this library. She has this opportunity to change her life, which I feel like most people would. So now she's gonna go wreak havoc on her life as well as everyone else's life, because as I mentioned, she's not just affecting her life, she's affecting everyone that is like in her life as well as other people. So that's just selfish, I'll say. Like, you're affecting your life, which is essentially everyone's lives, and that could have a good or bad effect on them, which it's not like she's giving them the option to weigh in on things. And it's probably gonna come down to like, does she want to actually have her perfect life, quote unquote, or live the life she's currently living? Because it's probably gonna be like, she's made too many changes, something like that. There's always a a catch. There's always a catch to things like this, which that's probably going to be the catch in like Midnight Library. You know, you're making all these changes, it seems good and dandy, and then something's going to go sideways and she's going to be left with the choice, like, does she actually want to go through with this or go back to the life she was living before? yeah. So it'll be good, I think, you know, just to see what the choice is. I mean, like, hopefully she does the right thing and continues to live with her life, because at the end of the day, she's ruining other people's lives with her decisions. So, I mean, we'll see. It is like an easy, quick read. So, yeah. And the price for this one is $26. Like I said, I got it for $13, so basically half off. I don't remember if I told y'all the price. The price for Firekeeper's Daughter is $18.99, which I did not pay that price. I paid like 10 something. And then my last two books are paperbacks. So I'm gonna do this one first. This is the one I said that was thicker than I knew, but Cersei by Madeline Miller, and I believe that's pronounced correctly, Cersei. So I read another one of her books. It's been on my channel before, The Song of Achilles, and I've heard that they're both standalones, but then I've heard that it's a series to read them in order. So I've heard both. I don't know, but I've read The Song of Achilles first. Then next up is Circe. So they both deal with like gods and goddesses and Greek mythology and all of that. So yeah. And then it's been on my list, but like not for like a super long time, and just for the simple fact that I was buying these hardcovers and like they added up. This is a paperback and it was like pretty cheap, which paperbacks usually are. And when I'm trying to like reduce the price or save myself money, I will throw in some paperbacks to do so, and that's exactly what I did. And then it's like certain books I would like to have in hardcover, and certain books like it doesn't matter, I'll buy it in paperback. But also they didn't have this one in hardcover on Amazon. They only had the paperback anyway. So it was fine. I wasn't tripping over it. But I'm gonna read y'all the back of it, and then we shall discuss. In the house of Helios, god of the sun, and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born. But Circe is a strange child, not powerful like her father, nor viciously alluring like her mother. Turning to the world of mortals for companionship, she discovers that she possesses power, the power of witchcraft, which can transform rivals into monsters and menace the gods themselves. Frightened, Zeus banishes Circe to a deserted island where she hones her occult craft and crosses paths with many of the most famous figures in all of mythology, including the Minotaur Daedalus and his doomed son Icarus, the murderous Medea, and of course wily Odious, or Odious, however you would like to pronounce that. But there is danger too for a woman who stands alone, and Circe unwittingly draws the wrath of both men and gods, ultimately finding herself pitted against one of the most terrifying and vengeful of the Olympians. To protect what she holds dear, Circe must summon her strength and choose once and for all whether she belongs with the gods she is born from or the mortals she has come to love. This is nice. And also this is like a retelling of Circe's story, which I feel like a lot of the Greek mythology books are like retellings. Okay, but interesting. Now, it does not mention anything of crossing paths with... Okay, well, I don't want to say anything because I don't know where this book takes place, and I don't know if you read Song of Achilles, and I know some people say they don't really work hand in hand, but some do, so I don't want to spoil anything from Song of Achilles. So stuff might happen cross paths. I don't know. And like I said, it's thicker than I thought it would be. It's almost 400 pages. It's, hold on. Yeah, like 393. So it's close to 400 pages. So I thought this would be a quick read, which I mean, honestly, if I took like a day out to do this, I probably could, but I might split it up into 2 days to make it last longer, because I mean, I can. but it's exciting. I'm excited for the simple fact that it's Greek mythology, and there's not that really, well, when I used to read when I was younger, there weren't that many Greek mythology books to read. Like, we really only had Percy Jackson, to be honest. But now there's more of this one. The Song of Achilles has been on my channel before, as well as Lore. It's a Greek mythology base, but with a modern twist on it. And I do have some other Greek mythology books that I would like to get. I just have not bought them yet. So that was one thing I wanted to read too. Like, just to see where we are. It's exciting. So yeah, I'm excited to see kind of what's going on with Cersei, what happens. That's kind of it. I wouldn't be disappointed if it does not connect to Song of Achilles, because I mean, like, that's not why I bought it. So that's just like an open end on that part. But I was just letting y'all know, because that's kind of what I've heard. Some people say it's connected and some people say it's not. So I don't know. I didn't really research on if it was connected or not, because I was buying it regardless. Now it says the price on here was $16.99. As always, I didn't pay that price. Now we're moving on to the last one, Where the Crawdads Sing. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this was one of those books where I kind of saw the cover. It wasn't really grabbing my attention, nor was it like, nah. It was kind of just like in the middle, if it makes sense. And I haven't really like seen it on my, TikTok or Instagram that much. I've seen the other ones more than I have Where the Crawdads Sing. But I was on TikTok like not too long ago, and a trailer for this came out, because a movie is being made on it. And the trailer, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty juicy. I was like, so this is what it's about. Because most of the time when I saw this, I didn't really like listen to hear what it was about or look it up to see what it was about. Kind of just passed by it. But once I saw the trailer and what it was about, I was like, okay, this actually seems like something I can get behind. Like, this seems good. So then I added the book to my list. Also, it was like discounted, and I love discounted. And I also like to read stuff before like the series or the movie comes out. That's just me. So I did want to read the book before the movie came out as well. So we are going to read it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is another one that it's just a standalone. There is no other, whatchamacallit. It's not a series. I'm pretty sure. For years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town in North Carolina coast. So in late 1969, when handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl, but Kaya is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in the gulls and lessons in the sand. Then the time comes when she yearns to be touched and loved. When two young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. Now, it's not like that much information, which kind of makes you want to know more, but based on like what I've seen from the trailer of this, either like one of the boys does something to her, or just something in general happens, like besides the murder of this, popular handsome guy. Something happens to her, and obviously with her being like Marsh Girl and not really having anyone that knows her, I would say on like a personal level, she has no one to back her up. So of course they're all gonna assume she did it, just because they don't know anything about her and she's quote unquote Marsh Girl. So it will be interesting, and I'm hoping like by the time she does, like she opens up to these other two boys who find her interesting or whatever, they want to get to know her. Or maybe not even, because we don't know what their intentions are. So I don't know, things can go sideways with that. And I really just don't know. But I mean, like, it seems like she did not commit the crime. She's just being like, she could be framed for it, or she's just being blamed for it in general because they probably don't think she knows anything because she was like in the marsh. But it does say, you know, homegirl is intelligent. So they might just be trying to frame her or something. I don't know. But it's exciting. It's kind of a quick read. So what is it, 368 pages? So yeah, kind of a quick read. And then you can see this little sticker. It says, you know, for the motion picture. So I'm gonna read the book and hopefully it's everything, because sad to say, I am reading it kind of based off of the trailer because it looks intriguing. But I know sometimes when people do movies based on book series, they either use the actual book and take the material from the book, or like they twist it and add things and make things different and all of the above. So I'm hoping it's not like that and it's literally based on the book. They're using all the material in the book because the trailer looked good, you guys. So we'll see. I don't know, it can happen. I also kind of want to find out like why she's living in the marsh, like what is the reason for that. But it'll be good. I mean, like, I'm hoping it'll be good. It's getting a movie made, so that has to say something. And the price on this one is $18. I didn't pay that. But sorry for doing all this moving, y'all. I'm sitting on the floor. But that's all of my books. So as always, I will do a rundown of all of my books again, and that'll be it. So Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, Circe by Madeline Miller, The Midnight Library by Haig, Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley, I believe that's double. And then Omens Bite by PC Cass and Kristin Cass. And that's all 5 of my books for this haul. So it is the end of this video. Also, as far as I know, I've been kind of filming my videos in advance. I'm not really sure what the next one will be. I filmed this. It's April 7th. This video is not going up until like, I don't know, the next week, I believe. But the current plan is that I will do like a book recommendation video on some of the books that I've shown in the last book haul. But if something comes up like before that, I might film something else. So just know a book recommendation video it's coming soon at some point. I'm just not officially sure when. But yeah, this is the end of this video until the next time. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button down below. Peace and blessings, my loves.